But you're speaking about the conditions. We know that infrastructure damage is one of the biggest things that happened here after, of course, human life. We just want to quickly show you what is currently happening here. As I speak to you, many bridges around eNCA have in fact collapsed, and that is why we are seeing that there's actually a lot of damage that these pupils are actually going to have to go through to get to their respective destinations. Their respective destinations, of course, being some of the schools around the area. What you are currently witnessing here are some of the community members, some of the parents that are essentially stationed themselves in terms of some of these bridges to ensure that pupils are able to cross when they go to work. So these are some of the things that we are seeing. But you are seeing now the school there, Amandlethu, one of the schools in the area where they are going. You see that the school as well was at a certain danger at some point, being near this particular river stream. I can tell you that it survived, but there's a lot of concern. The wall of the school you can actually see from inside, but according to what we are seeing, there should have been a wall there. That particular sign written Amandlethu Secondary High School is just telling in terms of the devastation that was felt here. So these are some of the conditions that pupils are going back to as they are headed back to school after a week or so, after close to 2 weeks of residents picking up the pieces of residents trying to rebuild, which is the process that is currently underway. But you are witnessing live some of the conditions here. But I just want to move a little bit closer to one of the residents that is here trying to help. And okay, mkhulu, just to get a sense really of what is happening here. Ngiyabonga kakhulu baba uthi ukhulume nathi uright lapho umi khona. Sicela nje usichazele ukuthi kwenzakalani lana. Siyabona kunabantu abadala abazama ukusiza ingane ukuthi ziwele.
Ngiyabonga ngibingelela igama lami ngompendulo esibongo kaBhembe ngumhlalo la wa 57 ngaphansi kwa KZN. Njengamanje ibridge leli lawa emva kwemvula ezinkulu ezabakhona. So njengamanje sizama ukuthi silekelele ngayo yonke indlela esingaleleke ngayo izingane ezesikoleni ezokole primary school, Amandlethu secondary school, masube iclinic kakhulukazi enye indawo ebaluleke kakhulu ngoba manje kuwela abantu abadala nezakwazi abantu abagula abazama emtholampilo. So sizama ukulekelela nje abahlali balawa phansi kwa KZN wa 57 ukuthi abantu bekwazi ukuthi bewele ngendlela ngoba njengamanje sizamile ukuthi kwakhiwe indawo yebridgeana ngamatshe kanje nabahlali bakhona la wa 57 na wa 3. So sihlangene indawo ukuze ukwazi ukuthi umphakathi semawuthi ukwazi ukusizakala ngoba indawo ebaluleke kakhulu lezi. So sibona ukuthi kunesidingo kakhulu ukuthi sikwazi ukustation la kusukela njalo nje kwaqala ikhukhula kanje sibe khona le ndawo le losikwazi ukulekelela.
Asikhulume ngokuthi ukhona umfundo osehambile ngamanzi, umfundi ohlala ngale khona eMawoti, ngiyakhumbula kwelinye ibridge ngale. But asikhulume ngokuthi nizokwenza kuze kube nini lokho ngoba nezimvula siyayibona ukuthi ayikakahambi ngempela kusanetha njengamanje, but into enimisela ukuthi niyenze kuze kube nini?
Lento bhodwe simisela ukuthi siyenze ukuze uhulumeni akwazi ukulekelela afake ibridge kuyoze kulungile indaba yebridge. So lo sikhona sistation ekhona la eMandlethu bridge.
Okay, but ngiyabonga kakhulu. Sizolokhu sikhuluma throughout the day, but one of the residents that is here saying that they saw it important because this is an important route. There is a clinic, we understand, that is on that direction. There are also 2 schools, one a primary school. As you see, some of the pupils making their way up that particular slope towards that school. They are going to a school that is a primary school, but there's also a secondary school here, a clinic. That is why they felt it's important, and they're saying they've been stationed here to ensure that they continue to help people who are trying to cross. What he has told us, in fact, is about this makeshift bridge as well, saying that they in fact made sure that there is some form of relief when it comes to those that would be trying to cross here, and that is why you are seeing all of these bricks here to ensure that pupils as well as elderly people that are accessing a clinic facility or a health facility around the other side of this area is what is happening. But quite unfortunate, as I speak to you, one of the girls that is just past here, her foot is bandaged, and it just goes to show the conditions of what these pupils have went through. But more than anything, they are nonetheless making their way back to school, as the call from the Department of Education was that they must return to school, but it's the conditions that these pupils are under.
Yeah, it's the bandaged foot which just makes this journey so much more difficult. difficult. Lindo, thank you very much indeed in Inanda for us. Lindokuhle Xulu, back with him later. And I did see, it was off air, I'm afraid, when it happened. I did see one of the older ladies, one of the gogos, being helped by a number of the gentlemen there, because there is that clinic a little further up their road. But this is the only way to access that. But we're going to come back to Lindo a little bit later. These little ones just trying to get to school as quickly as possible. In fact, if school still starts at 7:45, I don't know if it still does, they're about 5-6 minutes late, but completely understandable as to why that is. And that's why the mobile classrooms are so important, because that school is still reasonably accessible. Not a great condition, but you can still get to the classrooms. Some schools, the roads leading to them, completely washed away.